The average creator does 40 or more tasks a week. Most of them don't matter. And that's why you can work all day and still feel like you got nothing done through the whole day. I was doing 47 tasks a week until I ran an audit and cut it down to 15. In the end, the same output, but I got 30 hours back. Most creators have no idea where their time actually goes. You know you're busy, you know you're tired, but if I would ask you to list every single task you do in a week, you probably couldn't do that. And that's the problem, because you can't fix what you can't see. In this video, I'm going to show you how I found all those hidden time wasters, how I scored each task to know which ones were killing me, and the 4-question filter that told me exactly what to cut. As creators, we accumulate tasks like clutter in a spare room. You do something once, like checking a new platform, reformatting files to a specific way, and it just stays. You never decided it should be there, but it showed up and moved in. I was checking analytics multiple times a day. That added up to over, I think, 3 hours in a week. I was posting to platforms that drove almost no traffic. I was manually doing things that could have been automated in 10 minutes. But I didn't see any of this until I wrote it all down. So how do you actually track this without it becoming another task that drains you and makes you tired? Let's look at it. This was my task audit when I was creating full-time. Now I need to refresh it and do another one because I'm back working full-time. But let's look how it works. What you do is basically you write down for 7 days, you write down all tasks you're doing in a week. And I mean really all of them. Like easy tasks, filming videos, obviously writing scripts, editing videos. But also stuff like client strategy calls, content idea brainstorming, tutorial rabbit hole. I think that happens to a lot of us. Write everything down. And then you write down how many hours per day you're spending on it. And if it's something that you are not doing weekly, so in these 7 days, you go into frequency and you say that it's monthly or quarterly, like bookkeeping or reaching out to sponsors. And it's not about getting the perfect data. It's about getting a picture of how many tasks you are doing and what is a time waster and what actually moves the needle forward. So, and after I did the 7-day audit, I realized that I was actually doing tasks worth 63 hours. And to be honest, when I started creating, I thought, okay, it's more freedom. I was freelancing before, so I knew that it's more work. But when I realized, okay, I may be getting back to working full time, I can't do this next to it. When I thought about getting a part-time job, I saw that I would be back to an 80-hour week. So I needed a scoring system to see which of these tasks are actually worth doing and which of them I can get rid of or automate or delegate. And this is the scoring system to decide which task to automate, delegate or eliminate or to keep. Think of each task like a team member. Some are your MVPs, high skill, high impact. Others are just taking up a seat. They are showing up every day, but not actually moving anything forward. You score each task on 2 things. First, skill level. Low means anyone could do it with basic instructions. Medium means it needs some training, but isn't rocket science. High means it genuinely requires your expertise. So your creative judgment, your voice, your strategic thinking. And second, we have leverage. Low leverage means it's busy work that doesn't really move the needle. Medium means it supports growth indirectly. And high leverage means it directly creates revenue or content. And when you score each task honestly, patterns start to show. You'll find tasks that are low skill and low leverage, meaning anyone could do them and they don't even matter that much. Those are your biggest opportunities because here you can save time. So what I created is the ADE decision, the automate, delegate, eliminate decision. And you can see if both is high, so skill level and leverage, it's a task to keep. If the skill level is medium, but the leverage is high, delegate, because that task has to be done, but not necessarily by you. If you have stuff like, let's see, what is this? Video uploading and optimization. Yeah, the skill level is low, but the leverage is medium. So this is something you can automate. And if you have something where both is low, so skill level and leverage, it's definitely something to eliminate. And if you are not sure if it's really automation, delegation, or elimination, I created the automate, delegate, eliminate framework. So what you see here is the 4-question decision tree. Question 1, does this task directly generate revenue or create content? If yes, you keep it. If no, you go to the next question. Can this be automated with software or tools? If yes, automation. If no, go to the next question. Is this task repeatable with clear steps? If yes, you delegate it, so you do an SOP and you give it to someone you find on Fiverr or Upwork. If no, you go to the last question, which is, does this task actually matter? And there you have to be really honest. If it doesn't matter, then you eliminate it. If it does matter, you keep it, but you try to find a way to automate or delegate it. So when we go back into the task audit, you can see down here, I tracked 47 tasks. And in the end, I eliminated 15 and delegated 10, automated 7, and I am keeping now 15 tasks. And this you can also see in the summary. I freed up 30 hours. And this is a lot. So yeah, this is the 7-day task audit. But doing this by yourself and in your head, that is a nightmare. So you can download this template with the link down in the description. And then you can track how many hours you actually can get back. So how many tasks you can eliminate, delegate, or automate, and how many tasks you really keep. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we see us in the next video.